Welcome to Cook Serve Delicious 2 and my continuing attempts to do all the Chef for Hire events at all the restaurants and get a medal each time, preferably gold. And at the moment, as I'm cycling through Esteban's, Fire Kickers, Food Checkers and Slammy's, and they're the early shifts, I'm expecting to get gold. However, this time around it's going to be Slammy's Old Fashioned Barbecue, shift number 2, which has stew, turkey and sausage, all of which are prepared in advance. So even though I've got 3 sides, I've only got 4 holding slots, so I can only create one of those sides. I also have, so those sides are being bread rolls, macaroni and I think it's fried okra, with soda as the drinks, 30% buzz and 6 serving stations. So a lot of this is going to be keeping up with the preparation of food that you prepare in advance, which should allow me to get a perfect day and a gold medal. Oil, beef, peas and carrots, that's the stew on its way. That's the sausages on their way. And that's the turkey on its way. Okay, let's go with fried okra as a side for the first choice. For this nice man and with the, looks like a bit like Pablo Escobar. And Blondie, who followed Pablo Escobar out the restaurant there. That's the turkey, that's the sausage cooked. I'm waiting on the turkey, as is the nice lady with the bright red hair. Yes. So, literally, apart from chores and preparing either sides or entrees in advance, there isn't much I can actually do through the whole of this shift. So what else can I say? Oh, I watched a fun film earlier today. What's it called? The Hitman's Bodyguard, with Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson. For an action movie, that was a very funny movie. Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool and Deadpool 2 is very funny. But he was equally funny in this. He does funny action movies very, very well. If you want a serious action movie, then you want to watch, you know, whatever you kind of like in serious action movies, whether it be John Wick or I don't know, I don't remember the what's the one with Denzel Washington in it? The Equalizer, possibly. What should we have this time? Let's go with some macaroni as the side. But if you want a funny action movie, you could do worse than The Hitman's Bodyguard. Selma Hayek was actually very funny in it as well. Definitely a movie worth watching. And look at that, I've caught up in the middle of a rush hour. And now I've run out of stew again. Almost ran out of sides. No, I have run out of sides. Oh, I'll go with dinner rolls this time. Oh, I've run out of sausages. That makes a nice change. I can't remember how many people I served at, I think it was Food Checkers in the last restaurant I did. But I think I've probably served close to the same amount already today in this restaurant as I served in that one. And I've still got another rush hour to go. That's how relaxing and easy Slammy's actually is to do. I think I mentioned it when I did the first shift. If you want a nice, relaxing, easy restaurant to do, choose Slammy's. Slammy's is the easiest restaurant I've ever found to do in this game. Literally, I'm not having to prepare any foods on demand. The only thing I have to do on demand are the chores. Oh, we're not going to use that turkey, so I figured I'd throw it away and prepare some more. That way I'll have some more turkey for the next rush hour. Okay, sorry. I'm not sure that's a lady or a man. You're gonna have to wait for your turkey. It's not quite ready. There you go. Off you go. Okay, and let's go back to fried okra. That's the side of choice as the rush hour's rapidly approaching. There you go. Managed to get all 6 of them as soon as they walked through the door. Okay, now I'm having to slow down a little bit because I've got to deal with the chores that are coming in too, but there you go, all 6 again. Gone. Okay, I've just run out of sausages. I think I've just run out of stew as well. Oiled beef, potatoes and onions. Okay, nice stew. The only thing I can currently serve is the drinker number 5. All these people are waiting. Sorry, people, nothing I can do. You have to wait for the food to cook. Why are you jumping to the right of the queue? Who do you think you are? Queue jumper. Okay. I got rid of you all at the same time. Also used up most of my stew that I just created. So far, 77 combos. And not one moment of what I would consider stress or panic as I get overwhelmed. Because one of the quirks of the language. People always say you can be overwhelmed, you can be underwhelmed, but you can't just be whelmed. Well, actually you can. Being whelmed is actually a thing. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what the definition of being whelmed is. But it's just one of those little things. I think I was watching... Oh, it might have been 8 out of 10 Cats does QI, and... What's her name? Susie Dent in Dictionary Corner came up with a definition of whelmed that was actually correct. Just to disprove the whole you can be over and underwhelmed, but you couldn't be whelmed thing. Which I didn't realise was the case. Okay, that's another perfect day. Slammy's is easy to get perfect days, I must admit. A gold medal. And I unlocked nothing. Not that I really deserved to after that one. But the second shift at Slammy's was just that. Third shift, oh, that's going to be more challenging. Pulled pork and brisket sandwiches and ribs, because it doesn't create many ribs, and you only prepare the meat for the sandwiches. You've still got to actually deal with them. It looks like sauerkraut and cauliflower as sides. Okay, that'll be new for me when I get to that one. But okay, more emails, even more historical facts. Hey, Rach, did you know the word shampoo dates back to 1762, when English entrepreneur Maria Mack bet that she could sell anything regardless of its name. Thus she combined the words sham and poo, the two most unmarketable words in the English language. Eric. You know, that actually sounds like it could be true. It won't be, but it sounds like it could be. It's one of those wonderful facts that people tell you that sound plausible. Which does remind me, if you've ever listened to The Unbelievable Truth, a BBC radio show with the David Mitchell chairs, where comedians come up with implausible truths, and it's amazing the amount of things that sound plausible when you listen to them and go, okay, that sounds reasonable, then you find out it's a complete lie. Okay, oh snap. Can I have a refund? Your hot wings were so spicy they threw my back out. Hammond, extension 5. No, you can't have a refund. Get over yourself. But yes, I've actually been listening to a load of BBC radio shows, comedy radio shows, and there was one, it's about Sherlock Holmes from the 80s, Second Sherlock or something, about a modern day Sherlock Holmes. They're doing this on the radio, and Sherlock Holmes is not interested in solving crimes at all. But it was made in the 1980s, and it's still funny to me to this day, just like The Unbelievable Truth. With, trying to remember what it's called. Oh, there's a, well, I'll never remember the name of it, but there was a radio show with Benedict Cumberbatch in it as part of a pilot for a little airline, written by John Finnemore. And if you really want a funny laugh on a radio show, and you can get BBC iPlayer, you can get it on BBC iPlayer for your iPhone if you've got an iPhone. I assume anywhere in the world. If I can get it in America, you can probably get it anywhere in the world. John Finnemore's Souvenir Program. One of the funniest radio sketch shows I've ever heard. It cracks me up every time I listen to them. Just a complete aside, but if you have some spare time, you can actually put BBC's iPlayer, and I think it's Radio 4 Extras, but just go to the menu, select Comedy, and look for John Finnemore's Souvenir Program, or The Unbelievable Truth, or Second Sherlock, or any of the others that are there. There was one with a guy named, I think it was Mark Kerr. He does little comedy shows at various towns about those towns. I listened to a couple the other day, and it was brilliant. And it's one of those things, maybe because I'm English, I do appreciate clever humour, and because that's the way I was brought up, to sort of listen to clever humour, a la Monty Python or various others. But the comedy on BBC Radio 4, I think it's Radio 4 Extra, can be truly amazing. It's truly a great way to spend some time if you just got to sit there and, well, basically if you sat around waiting for something, listen to that if you don't have access to a screen that you want to watch something on. So, okay, I'll shut up now and stop waxing lyrical about BBC radio comedy shows. But, well, I won't. John Finnemore's Souvenir Program. Listen to it and laugh. It's that good. Okay, as always, I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you down the road for more Chef for Hire events in Cook Serve Delicious 2. Cheerio!